Well, do I have a treat for you guys today? Today I'm going to share with you the 3 best stocks I have bought in 2018 in terms of their stock market performance so far. All 3 of these company stocks have gone up pretty substantially throughout 2018 since I added shares. I'm going to show you the date that these shares were bought on. I'm going to show you the cost basis behind these shares and everything when it comes to that. 2 of these stocks I hardly ever talk about in the channel because 2 of these stocks are not really drama stocks, so they're not the type of stocks that would bring in views on YouTube, okay? One of these stocks that has performed very well is the ultimate drama stock. It's actually the stock I probably talk about more than any other stock on the entire YouTube channel. And you know I'm a long-term investor, so I usually buy shares in a company and I'm planning on holding them for several years. Sometimes I'll sell out a position if it goes up a ton. Some of these positions have made really nice moves and I still have decided not to sell them because I believe there's more upside potential ahead of themselves. But and I don't get too hyped on, you know, what stock's up a lot, what stock's down a lot, because in the grand scheme of things, if I'm thinking about selling these shares out 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, you know, if I'm up 20% on shares or 50% on shares or down 10% or 20% on shares, does it really matter right now if I'm planning on selling out those shares, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now? It really doesn't. But I thought it'd be a fun video to do for you guys here today, so I hope you enjoy this. Hit a thumbs up if you enjoy me sharing this video with you guys today. It's not something I have to share, but thought it might be interesting to you guys, all right? Coming in at the first one, the third best stock I've bought so far in 2018 is a Monster Beverage Corporation. MNST is a ticker symbol. This is just the shares I own in my public account. Public account is basically an account I have in my stock market membership group, which if you want to get in there, it's the second link in the description down there if you want to get in my private stock market membership group. Basically, I have an account and I show all the shares in that account. I show the cost basis and everything. And this is just the shares I have in my public account. This is not even the shares I have in my private accounts. So in my public account, basically we have 100 shares still of Monster. Our cost basis on that one's $4,900. And basically the current market value is over $5,800. So right now we're up somewhere around pushing up to 19% on Monster shares as of right now. So it's done very well. And you can see we bought these shares on May 15th and May 24th. So that was what, you know, 5 months ago or so, or maybe less than 5 months ago. So it's not like we've held those shares for a very long amount of time. So good increase there. Now, why is this? Well, it's likely they're going to be increasing prices in the back half of this year and going into 2019 on Monster products in North America. And this has led a lot of analysts to go ahead and upgrade this stock and say, you know, buy Monster stock because their profitability is going to go up, you know, a ton in 2019, 2020. And Monster does this every few years. Basically what happens is costs rise, okay? Costs of the cans rise, costs of sugar and whatever other things that go into Monster, they end up rising over time, and Monster will be stuck kind of selling for their prices for a couple of years there. And then all of a sudden you have an increase in price, and just think about it. If a Monster goes up 10 cents a can or something like that, when you're selling millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions of cans a year of Monster, just a 10-cent rise can make a massive difference to your bottom line of the company, which is why in 2019, if Monster increases prices in North America in the back half of this year, you know, as far as the earnings, they should absolutely explode going into 2019. So a lot of analysts have gotten in front of this and said, you know, this is a stock, you know, people need to buy now. I kind of looked at it. I love the company. I love the vision. I've been in Monster before, made a lot of money on in the past. It's one of my most successful investments ever. Sold out of it a few years ago. Haven't been that interested. And all of a sudden I was looking at it this spring and it was a, you know, a $40-something stock, and I thought this looks like a good time to get back in Monster, and I have, and so far it's performing very well. I plan on holding that one for quite a while. I think it will continue to do very well for us. And so that's the first one, guys. Stock number 2, the second best performing stock I have bought in 2018 is Tesla. So Tesla, obviously this one is talked about a lot on the YouTube channel. And so I've owned Tesla 2 different times so far this year, and we have done amazing both times. So the most recent time, the time I currently hold the shares, okay, basically we're up around 18% on the shares, up over $1,800. Our current value on that is over $12,000 there, and our cost basis is $262 a share. We own 40 shares as of right now. So, and that was just bought back in September 7th. So that was what, like 3 weeks ago or so. So it's not like we've held these shares for very long and it's already performing amazing. And this is the second time I've held Tesla so far this year. So earlier in the year, I bought Tesla at just like the perfect time. It was at like $320 or so, $323, something around there. And then the go private situation came out. I ended up selling out that day and I made over a $3,000 profit in a very, very, very short amount of time in Tesla. So we've kind of bought it at the right times, you know, and that's kind of what the stock market, the name of the game is, right? You want to buy at the right time, sell at the right time. Now, why do I attribute these big gains in Tesla? Well, obviously the first time is because Elon Musk came out with the private thing. That's not, doesn't take rocket science. But this most recent time that the shares have, you know, skyrocketed since I bought in is, you know, Elon Musk is back in the news for the right things and not the wrong things, okay? Now you type in Elon Musk and you read some of the headlines and you see things like this, a space base on Mars, it could happen by 2028, Elon Musk says, okay? Tesla starts building its own car carriers due to extreme shortage in Model 3 delivery rush week, says Elon Musk. This is good news, okay? When Elon Musk was all in the news for he's calling some guy a pedophile and he's, you know, over here on a podcast, you know, smoking pot or whatever, that type of stuff was negative headlines that was just like scaring everybody away from Tesla, and it made an unbelievable buying opportunity for someone like myself in the shares, but it scared away a lot of investors. It freaked the whole market out and people said, oh, I don't want anything to do with Tesla, okay? So the fact that Elon Musk is back in the headlines for the right thing, the typical Elon Musk stuff, you know, big grand visions and those type of things, that's a very, very good thing. And it's an exciting time for Tesla. It's an exciting time for Tesla, okay? Tesla expects to be profitable in this quarter. They're going to report here very soon. And that's going to be the first, you know, profitable quarter ever in the company's history. And also they're talking about Q4 should be a very strong profitable quarter as well. And if we look here, revenue growth is expected to be up 100+% in the current quarter, okay? And then 100+% next quarter. These are very exciting times for Tesla, the company. Massive growth is going on with the company. Expected to maybe be profitable finally for the company. These are big, big things, okay? So the last thing you want to do is have any negative headlines out there distracting everybody from the underlying business and the exciting things that's going on right now at Tesla, okay? So when I look at Tesla, I'm very excited for those shares over the next, you know, half decade or decade to come. It's my spec stock out there, and I think it will perform very well. We've already made a massive profit on it in the past. We're already up big on this position now, and I plan on holding that one there. And last one, the best performing one of them all is Eli stock, Callaway Golf, all right? Callaway Golf. So this one's also in my public account. This is in my private account. This one's in my public account here, and you're gonna see we're up over 57% on these shares, ticker symbol Eli. We started buying this one in January this year. We bought some more in February and some more in March, and it's just been an unbelievably performing stock. When you can get a 57% plus gain in a matter of, you know, 6 to 9 months, that's unreal, okay? Now, why is this gain happening? Well, part of it's great management. Part of it is their great Topgolf investment, and some people trying to finally realize how big Topgolf's going to be in the future. They own about almost 15% of Topgolf. But the biggest reason, and people laughed at me when I first told people I was buying into Eli stock and I was going to make it a big position of mine, okay? Remember, those are just the shares I own in my public account, never mind what I own in my private account. When I first started buying those shares, people laughed at me for giving this reason. And the reason was Tiger Woods. People laughed at me when I said, you know, one of the biggest reasons why I was bullish on Eli stock was Tiger Woods coming back to golf. I thought he was going to, you know, become a very solid golfer again, and it was going to excite people around the game of golf. And this past weekend, I had goosebumps watching this golf tournament. I was watching a golf tournament over watching NFL games. That's how big this was this past weekend. It looked like the second coming of Jesus was on that golf course, guys. I've never seen something like it in sports ever. The crowd was massive. He was leading his people like he was Moses. This was the most amazing thing I ever saw. I was almost I felt like crying watching this. It was incredible just on a human scale to see something like that, and Tiger ended up winning that golf tournament. He's played great golf all year, okay? And basically, I looked at Eli stock and I saw the opportunity there, and I saw their Topgolf investment. That's what originally sparked my idea. And then I started kind of looking into where Tiger Woods was at. And he was doing some press conferences and talking about how he had no pain in his back anymore. And when I heard that, I said, this seems like the perfect opportunity to get involved with this stock. Their massive Topgolf investment, that's taking off. You got them buying some great clothing brands, Travis Matthews being one of them, OGO being another one. And then you have Tiger Woods coming back to the game of golf, and I think he's going to be a great golfer again. This was the perfect setup opportunity, and that's why you get a 57% gain in a matter of 6 to 9 months. And I think we shall perform very well in the future. So I'm extremely excited about all three of these stocks. I want to know from you guys down there in that comment section, which one of these three stocks is your favorite. Also, if you love keeping up with stock market news, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of stock market news in my Instagram stories. If you want to get in my private stock market membership group, that's the second link down there in the description. I think there's actually a discount on it right now. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day.